Hey Buddha family, as you can see my Lantana Topiary went nuts this summer, so we got to prune this way back so that we can fit it in our home or our greenhouse, wherever it's going. So we're going to do some major pruning on this, and not all Lantana Topiaries will need to be pruned. So if you got one this year, it might look a lot like this, so I would just make sure there's no growth along this bottom stem. But this one, nice and compact, really doesn't need much work. This one, however, is huge. So it can be a little overwhelming. Where do I even get started? Well, if you have a big plant like this, you know what the easiest way to get started? The stick method. Basically, I take this stick and I'll put it against the edge of the pot, and any stem that goes past this, I'm cutting off. If you're new to this, the stick will give you a good guidance, but I know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna freehand it. Give me a second. Here, we got a nice long one. So this I'm going to do twofold. I'm going to snip it back to this one like I have, but this is also a long growth point. So I'm going to snip this one off too. And every time I do that, it's going to force 2 more branches out of each of these leaf nodes. So it gets to be a bushier plant. Any low or weak branches like this one that's kind of hanging down, as this one grows, it's just going to fall down because it's weak and not strong enough. We'll snip them off. Some of our last 2, again, you take a stem like this and you could cut it at any of these leaf nodes. I'm going to go all the way back though. Here we have one. We get a bunch of growth points we could hang out. And I'm going to go all the way back to this one. This plant will grow a lot in the winter, so don't worry about giving it a haircut. Another good example, you can see this stem, it kind of is very flimsy, goes down and around. It's just never going to do anything much. So this looks a lot better, huh? We're not there yet though, because now we need to trim the height down. This is too tall. So again, I kind of go up, and I like them about 3 feet from the pot surface, so from here up to about 3 feet or so, and then I'm just gonna give this basically a Floby haircut. I don't know if I just aged myself with that, but so any of these tall ones coming up, they gotta go. Again, when I'm doing this, I'm cutting it right above a node. Again, here you can see I got a long stem with no leaves, and it shoots way out here. So I'm going to cut this one right back to here. Then we'll have this. You can see there's no leaves or any growth there, but that will shoot out with some new leaves. Just like right here. You don't have much of a stem, but if you look right at the point, you get your first one. The more will keep popping out over here. And one of the last things I'll touch base on is basically any growth point, even if it's not far, you're going to want to snip it off, just like that. And that way you'll force more side shoots to grow out. So here, even though it doesn't need to be trimmed, I'm still going to take off the top growth point. We also don't want any branches that just cut through and grow through all these stems, because as they get bigger and fatter, they kind of rub against each other and can cause open wounds and things like that. So here you can see one that starts here and it just bends over through here, bends over here. There's another one. So I'm just going to take this whole one out. And see, now we have nice straight lines. If you can see any visible dead twigs, you can snap those off. Looks pretty good, doesn't she? Quite a haircut. But she's ready for the winter to bring her into your home or your greenhouse, and she'll regrow all beautiful leaves over the winter. If you have really good lighting, she'll even get some flowers. And then springtime rolls around, we're ready to move her out and do it all over again. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions on pruning your lantanas, let me know, and stay tuned, because we got abutylons, flowering maples, jasmine, mandevillas, hibiscus, lots of stuff to prune. We'll see you around.